I love my new apartment building. I love my new apartment building. The words echo in the corridor like someone practicing a chant. Cathedral ceilings make the echoes slow. Light from high windows pours in thin and polite during the day. At night, the same light is replaced by the dull, humming glow of security lamps that never sleep. There are long halls that fold into other halls, big doors that open with a friendly click, and the smell of coffee, baby shampoo, lemon cleaner layered over something older and earthier. It was an empty lot once. 6 months ago, foundation work, trucks, the clack of rebar. Now the lot is laughter and life, strollers, dogs tugging at leashes, pizza boxes on the stoop. The building fills itself the way a chorus fills a room. I tell myself I love it because I need the company. Because somewhere in the ache under my ribs, I am trying to convince the whole world that the new me will stay new. I was the very first to reside here. The dogs are loud. They bark at the hallway corners where I like to linger, and I like it right back. Barking is proof I exist. Barking says someone saw something move out of the corner of their eye. Barking says I touched air, and air answered. I don't sleep much. The building lets me be nocturnal. The pipes sing songs I learned to hum when I was too small to stop them. The laughter of children threads through the drywall like music, and I follow it because music is a rope. Apartment 24 is where the sound I hate comes from. There is a man there who calls himself a father. When the mother leaves for work, her makes a hole in the morning, and the kids' voices fill that hole. I know their names. I know the cadence of their protests. I know the sound he makes when his fist finds a shoulder. It is a familiar sound. I used to be smaller than the world that hit me. Rules, lists, chores, punishments that were measured and meted out like homework. The house where I learned to keep my face blank is the shape I still carry under the new skin. I remember the day I decided to leave. 18 and furious. I told my mother I was gone. She cried quietly and slipped my bakery money into my palm. She said the city would be good for me. My father was not pleased. He caught me at the corner where the bus smelled like old batteries. He hit me so hard I thought the sky had come down and boxed my ears. The last thing he said before he walked away was, "Well, you finally made it to the city, bitch." Then he left me there. The lot was empty. People passed, eyes sliding off me as if a stain might smudge their coats. There were no doors to open, no ceilings to echo laughter, no dogs to bark my name. I woke with dust in my mouth and a promise like a splinter beneath my skin. Not this. Not again. I woke and waited. Time is elastic when you are on the wrong side of skin. The city built over me. I stayed. Sometimes I head to apartment 24. when I hear that noise. I slip through the gap under the door. Sometimes my fingers find the knob and make it click. I like to do small things, open, close, the classic ding-dong ditch that had been a myth in my childhood. When he opens the door, there is always that stiff, angry blink of surprise. He looks outside, sees nothing, and in that beat the children breathe easier. They stop crying. It is temporary. So is everything. I tell myself it is a kindness. That if I can make one sharp man feel a second of alarm, perhaps his hand will remember gentleness just a little bit longer. I tell myself I am practicing new rules. I tell myself the slams and the vanished shadows are the sound of someone learning to laugh. There are consequences to learning to laugh on the other side. The hallways have learned me back. I feel drafts that answer to my mood. A sliver of cold will settle near my collarbone when someone mentions my father in the laundry room. The walls collect fingerprints that are not there. When the landlord checks, the paint is scuffed low where restless feet used to find purchase. Once, a little boy left a toy soldier in the stairwell, and it was warm to my touch for an hour, as if a child had held it last. I kept it there until the smell of iron and damp came with the rain one week, and I could no longer pretend that warmth meant belonging. Sometimes at night, workmen appear, soft-souled men with blueprints talking about maintenance and plumbing access. I sit on the undisturbed floor where dirt remembers me by temperature and watch their boots pass above my bones. They never look down. They never ask. They run a jackhammer once, and the hollow sings along my spine like music. I press my face to the foundation and imagine hands with soil under their fingernails, finding me, lifting me. I imagine someone saying my name the way my mother did, with a small, surprised mercy. I will not say I want to leave. There is a mercy in being the place the building keeps. There is a power in the little disturbances that make a cruel man feel watched. But sometimes I admit this in the dark, between two elevator chimes. I wish they had dug deeper. I wish the crews had found the old me when they sank the rebar and obeyed the blueprints. I wish someone had not filled that hole with concrete and laughter right on top of the grave I did not know I would become. Maybe one day someone will unmake construction and call up what was meant to be buried. Maybe they'll pull up the foundation and say my name like a prayer. Maybe they won't.